is we're gonna do 2 different circuits. They're going to be as many reps as possible for 8 minutes. And we're gonna do each circuit twice. And then we're gonna have about a minute rest in between each circuit. So the first one we're gonna do is we're gonna start all on one leg. So today I'm gonna start all of the first 5 exercises all on my right leg. Once I get through all 5, then I'm gonna switch to my left leg. And I'm just gonna keep repeating that until the 8 minutes are up, and then we'll take a break. So what for the first circuit's going to be is we're gonna just start with some single leg heel raises. So you can use a wall or something for support if you need, but we're just gonna be up on that one leg. We're coming up as high as you can on those toes, coming back down. The one thing you really do want to watch when you're doing your heel raises is that you keep your ankle nice and straight. You're not letting this ankle want to roll out to the side when you get to the top. So really making sure you're weighting that ankle as you're up and down. That will help keep the ankle nice and straight and target that whole calf muscle, not just specifically on one side.
You're not going to be able to see it.
So, can you not see me? Was there a question with not being able to see that?
I think actually, Kayla, we can see you, but I think everybody needs to mute.
So the first one will be that single leg heel raise, and then we're gonna come into a single leg RDL to a high knee position. So what that's gonna be is we're gonna start in that balanced position. So as we're just standing here, you're gonna really wanna grip the ground with those toes to engage the muscles in the bottom of the foot. From here, we're just gonna hinge at the hips. So our knee stays just relatively straight, just a slight bend, but all my motion's coming right here at the hip. We're gonna come back up standing, right into a high knee position. So going through that more smoothly, we're just gonna come down, should feel a good stretch in the hamstring, coming right back up. We're gonna do 10 of those. Again, we're gonna stay all on that same side. Ideally, you want to try to do those without having to touch the other leg on the ground. And then the next one we're gonna go into is we're gonna stand just on that same leg. So if we're still on the right, we're gonna stay on that right foot. And we're just gonna do small little line hops, back and forth. So forward, back is 1, we're gonna do 10 of them, right into side to side. So 10 side to side. The last one we're gonna do in that circuit is we're gonna come to our chair or our bench. You're gonna be just on that one leg, and we're gonna come down to a single leg. You're gonna sit down, come right back up. Again, the key with this one is that you're watching your knee position. That knee should be pointed straight forward over that toes the whole time. You're not letting this knee kind of collapse inward, because that will really target that glute. So again, we're gonna go through all 5 exercises on the right foot, all 5 exercises on the left foot, and we're gonna just keep going back and forth for a total of 8 minutes, and then we'll take a break. So I'm just gonna go grab my timer here, and then we'll get started. Any questions with that before we start? Awesome. So we're gonna start here in 10 seconds. And let me know if you can't hear the buzzer. So 3, 2, 1, we're gonna start with heel raises. We got 10 of them. Really making sure that that ankle stays nice and straight. And then you're just gonna get as many reps in as you can for this whole 8 minutes. Going through those 5 exercises. And then if the one leg hopping is too challenging, you can always go to 2 feet if needed. And then making it easy, we just have 10 of everything. And once you get to that 5 exercises, then you're switching legs. See if we can get 2 rounds on each leg within this 8 minutes. You go, keep it up. You got this, you guys. That leg should be getting tired. If the sit-to-stands are too challenging with one leg, you can always go down with one leg, set the other foot back down, and come up with 2. But if you can, really trying to keep it all in the one leg.
Halfway there.
Hi.
Weren't you working out?
Yeah, I'm doing a stretching thing.
Oh, on your phone?
Yeah. On my iPad.
It's gone? No, it's not. I don't know. Read.
Keep it up. We got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Here we go, last minute here.
That's one. Okay.
I'm tired. I really am. I can't believe I sold it.
Uh-huh.
She said that this was the first one that she's liked.
Oh, good. Yep.
Well done.
Down, we got it on another minute break. Now we're gonna do that same thing one more time. So catch your breath, get a drink of water. How you guys doing?
All right.
That's a good thing. Those calves and those thighs should be getting pretty tired.
Hi.
It's a great thing, Garrison, that's a great thing to have to work on that single leg balance. Just when you're doing those, really making sure that you're gripping the ground, that can definitely help. And then it's gonna engage those foot muscles so that your bigger muscles up the legs don't have to do quite so much of the work. So really making sure you're using all the muscles from the toes all the way up to those hips with that balance. We'll give everybody another about 30 seconds or so, and then we're gonna get started one more time with circuit one. And I just want to remind everybody, if you want to put your video on mute, just because we are recording this, and then we'll upload it to Facebook Live and everything for other people to be able to do the workout if they're not able to make it to this 5:30 time. And another thing that can help is if you want to make sure that you're watching me, if you go up to the corner, you can always pin my screen so you can keep watching it from there. So that way you don't have just everybody in small little corners. All right, you guys ready to get started? We're gonna go one more round with circuit one. We got 10 seconds. So try to start with the leg, the opposite leg that you ended with. And we're going. Another 8 minutes with this circuit. Trying to get just as many reps in as you did with the first time. And with a lot of this balance work, it is normal for the bottom of the arch to feel like it wants to cramp up, just because a lot of us aren't used to using those muscles very very often, then they get fatigued pretty quickly. If they really feel like they're cramping up, you can always pull back on those toes to stretch that bottom of the foot for a little bit if you need. As we get tired with our heel raises, still making sure we get up just as high. Ooh.
Up there too.
Keep it up, you're doing great.
Halfway there.
Can we get one more round on each side? Another thing that can help with that balance, pick one point on the ground and stare at it. That way it's locking in that vision on one spot, which can help with one of the three pillars of our balance. Because we use our vision, what we feel in those feet, so that proprioception, and our equilibrium, our inner ear. So if we narrow our vision down, it really helps with that balance. We have 2 minutes left.
1 minute.
We're almost there. Finish this last minute strong. Almost there. A few more seconds.
Well done.
Nice work, everybody. We're halfway done with the workout. So take a couple minutes here, and then we'll go through what circuit 2 all entails. So catch your breath, get some water. All right, well, you guys keep catching your breath and keep taking a break. I'm going to go through the second circuit. So if you just kind of want to pay attention and watch. Again, we're going to go through another 5 exercises, but all of these are going to be 2 legs besides one of them. So we're going to start, we're going to vary up our heel raises a little bit. So we're going to first go into a toe-in position. So our feet are kind of almost like you're pigeon-toed. The toes are in closer than the heels are. And we're just gonna come onto our tippy toes here. So what this one's gonna do, it's gonna isolate more the inside of the calf versus just the whole central calf. So we're gonna do 10 of them here. Then we're gonna turn our feet out, so there's almost like a duck toes. And then we're gonna do 10 heel raises here. And this is gonna isolate the other side of the calf. So we're hitting both the inside and the outside of the calf muscles. The next one we're gonna do is we're gonna come into a side plank. So we're gonna come down, we're gonna be on our knee, prop ourselves up, top leg is going to be straight here. Toes are pointed straight forward, we're just gonna lift the top leg. We're gonna do 10 of them on this side. Then we're gonna flip over, and we're gonna do 10 on the other leg. And this one here, you should really feel the side of the glute, right in that side of the hip. Big thing here is I don't wanna see those hips roll open. That top hip stays a little bit forward compared to the bottom hip. And that's what you're gonna really notice in the back of the glutes here. So that one you're gonna do 10 on each side. And then we're gonna I'm gonna move my camera here just a little bit so you can see the next one. So this is the other one we're gonna want that chair for. So we're gonna come down, laying on our back. Our toes are gonna be on the edge of the chair. So I want all the way at the ends of the toes. I don't want the arches at the edge. From here, your knees are gonna be almost directly above your hips. And we're gonna come up into a bridge. So we're gonna squeeze our glutes, we'll lift those hips up. Now your hips are gonna stay here as high as you can. You're gonna point the toes up, let the heels drop. And we're just gonna do 20 heel raises right here. The hips are staying high. Just like we did with the single leg heel raises, when you get to the top, make sure you have weight in your big toe so those ankles don't wanna roll outwards. Again, they stay in a nice straight line so that big toe's really pressing into that chair. And then the last one we're gonna do, we're gonna get that cardio up and add a little bit of jumping. We're gonna come for skaters. So you're gonna start on one leg here. You're gonna hop to the other. Woo. Trying to keep this back foot up off the ground as you hop side to side. If you need to, if that's too challenging, you can always step out and bring that other foot touching the ground as you need. So again, we're gonna do 20 of those or 10 each side. So for the full circuit, again, it's in your chat box if you need to look at it. We're gonna do 10 heel raises with our toes in that inward position. Then we're gonna change it up and do 10 heel raises with our toes in the toe out position. We're gonna come to our side and do 10 hip raises on each side. And then we're gonna do 20 of the heel bridges, 20 skaters. Any questions with that before we get started?
No?
So again, this one's gonna run really similar to the last one. We're gonna do it 8 minutes. You're gonna try to get as many reps in as you can in that 8 minutes. Then we're gonna take about a minute break. We're gonna do that one more time through. So we're halfway done with our workout. Let's finish it strong. I'm gonna get our timer going here. All right, we're gonna start in 10 seconds. We're gonna start with those heel raises. Remember, we're in that toe in position. Now remember with our bridge ones, just the tips of our toes are touching the chair. And then just remember, try to mute your video if you can.
Jess? Oh.
Halfway there.
There you go, keep it up, 4 minutes. Minute and a half left.
One minute. Well done.
Nice work, everybody. We're gonna take another minute rest, and then we're gonna go through that one more time. So we have 8 more minutes of work. All right, we're gonna get started here. Let me get the timer going. So we got last 8 minutes here, and then we'll be done. And then you can either start where you left off within that circuit, or if you just want to start back at the first exercise, either way, as long as you're going through that whole thing for 8 minutes. All right, we got 10 seconds here. And then we'll get started. Last 8. And go. Now, another thing with our bridges, making sure we have our back nice and flat. We're not raising those hips up too much that you start to arch the low back. Really keeping that back nice and flat, keep those hips tucked under.
Halfway there.
Last 4 minutes. We got 2 minutes left.
One minute.
Almost there. Last 30 seconds.
Well done.
Nice work, everybody. And we're done. Any questions with all that?
Thank you, Kayla.
Of course. Have a great day, you guys. Thanks for joining. And again, just like we did on Monday, we're gonna have another Zoom meeting on tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. If you guys can join, we're gonna be talking about different foot injuries that you can get with running with a lot of overuse and impact. And it'll go through similar exercises that we did today. Have a great day, everybody.